Here we are. We're back. It's a Believe You Me podcast. He survived the dangers of Brazil.
Hey, I tell you what. So I landed in Brazil, and the first thing, I landed in Brazil. I'm a little blurry-eyed. 27-hour journey, 3 flights, 2 layovers, maybe a few shots of tequila consumed on the way as well. I get to Brazil. First thing I do, I walk up as I'm checking in. I say, I was warned that it's very, very dangerous here. Is it? Is that true, or are they exaggerating? And they said, no problem, shit. Here, it's all good. The touristy, yes, no problem on the beach. But if you go this way, no good. I'm like, okay. So what you're saying is stay on the beach, stay on this one road. And if I go that way, I could get shot. And they were right, because we did venture from the beach a little bit, and it's a tough town. Let's just put it like that.
What do you mean? Why do you say tough?
I had a guy threaten me with a broken bottle.
What did you do?
There's nothing. I was minding my own business on the said beach. Oh, there's my dad calling. Minding my own business on the said beach. And some guy came over. I don't know what he was saying. I don't speak Portuguese. And eventually smashed a beer bottle and started talking shit. I was with, there was a fighter on the card. He fought the new superstar, Johnny Walker. I don't know if you saw the fights, but Johnny Walker, holy shit, that guy's got a bright future. His opponent, Justin Ledette, I was with his teammates and, his coaches, pardon me. I was with his coaches. We were just chatting away, and then some local smashed a beer bottle and got a bit irate. But that was the closest thing to a bit of action I saw, Lewis. So no grenades.
That's it. For anybody else, that would be a story of their lifetime about how they were threatened by a man with a glass bottle in Brazil. For you, it's just like, it was pretty uneventful for Michael Bisping.
I didn't even raise my heartbeat slightly. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Go on. Do not make me head kick you, okay? No, it was great. Obviously, my first time commentating at the weekend. Absolutely loved it. Great fights as well. Did you watch, Lewis? Did you see?
I didn't watch live. I had a gig up in Poughkeepsie, New York. Shout out to everyone that came out. Always Believe You Me fans coming out now, which is one of the coolest things on earth when I get the BYM fans that they come out, and they're very different than the Legion of Skanks fans. Usually they're bathed. They don't have a beard that's growing out of control. They're usually with a pretty young lady. So you can tell the difference between the fan bases. So unfortunately I couldn't watch them live, but the next day I texted you while I was watching them, and you fucking killed it, dude. Very natural. You picked your moments. You sprinkled a little bit of humor in, which is great. It was I was pleasantly surprised. I had assumed there would be a little bit of jitters. I assumed there would be a little bit of talking over each other, but you guys both killed it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Lewis. And yeah, thank you for the text. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, fortunately, one thing I know is fights, so I can talk about it. It's not like I'm trying to fake or anything like that. The only part that I struggled with, and by the way, thank you to everybody that gave positive feedback. So many nice comments, which makes a good change. But walking into the octagon after the fights is a little nerve-wracking. I mean, I've been in there fighting many times. So, you're just thinking about your fight. And after the fight, you don't give a shit that you're in an octagon in an arena of 20,000 people. You've just won your fight, and now you get your moments on the microphone. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's very different when you're a first-time commentator, never done that before. I've never interviewed a fighter after a fight, let alone in the octagon, the bright lights, the world is watching, 20,000 people. And I've got to get it. And they just say, right, Mike, you got to go and speak to them now. I mean, they told me I was doing that before, but still. And then as I'm walking in, I'm like, okay. And, we had a little chat with the UFC production team, and they prepped me. So that was good. But
do they tell you
first couple of times, they didn't tell me what to ask them. They told me what to stay away from. They said, don't, they warned me of a few things that they don't like. So, yes, they told me what to stay away from. They said, other than that, you know the fight game. You're a smart guy. You've seen enough of them. So, as I say, I started off and the first couple went good. And then like an idiot, I shouldn't have done this. I looked at Twitter like the egomaniac that I am. I thought, let's see how they're receiving this. And they were all receiving it very well. But Bisping just asked the same question twice in a row there in the octagon. Mix it up a little bit, for heaven's sake, or something like that. Somebody said.
No.
So now I'm putting myself under this insane pressure to ask a different question every time. And I swear to God, there was a couple of occasions where I'm in there, I've walked in and I need a custom earpiece because the earpiece keeps falling out. Of course, the producers are in your ear, and if you're getting a little stuck, they'll help you along.
Right.
But every time I walked in the octagon, it slid out my ears because I was sweating like crazy in that arena. In Brazil, it was fucking hot as hell, man. We got a suit on and all the rest of it. But I swear to God, there was a couple of occasions where I'm standing there and the referee's raising their hands, and I'm like, I am seconds away from having to open my mouth, and I have no idea what my leading question is going to be because I didn't want to repeat myself.
What was the question that you repeated?
You looked amazing there, blah, 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 blah. How does it feel? And someone's like, oh, Bisping again with that. How does it feel? I'm like, fuck. Okay, don't say how does it feel. I'm like, well, if you don't want to ask them how you're feeling right now, what do you ask? Oh, was that the game plan? Was, I just had a bit of a brain fart, you know what I mean? So there was a couple of times, because most of the time there was narrative in the fight, you know what I mean? So you knew where to go,
right?
But there was a couple of times where there wasn't really anything. I don't know that jumped off the page at me, you know what I mean? And I was like, "Fuck, what do I say? What do I say?"
And you get that nervous tension. The only thing I can compare it to is like I do stand-up comedy. I've hosted a lot of comedy shows a lot, so sometimes you'll be doing a showcase where there's like 5 or 6 comics on the show, and in the moment, right before you bring this person up, you forget their name. You have a brain fart where you go, oh my God, I don't fucking know this person's name, and I'm going to embarrass that person. I'm going to embarrass myself. And this is 200 people in a crowd. This is not millions of people eventually watching around the world, hundreds of thousands of people live, and then another 20,000 people in the stadium. So did you have like almost that hot, nervous, like, oh my God, I'm really embarrassed feeling?
Well, once again, there was a couple of times where I was like, afterwards, I was like full of self-doubt. I was like, fuck, that didn't go as well as what I would have liked. But it's funny you mentioned the forgetting of the names, and I don't think I'm really divulging any production secrets here. But as I said, they did give me, they warned me, and they said, just be aware. Sometimes commentators forget their names. He said, especially, if it's new guys, it's their UFC debut, and you're walking out there in front of a crowd, and then all of a sudden, your mind just goes blank. So they said, maybe write it down on a piece of paper or whatever. But fortunately, that wasn't a problem. That wasn't an issue. But yeah, no, listen, all in all, it was fantastic. I truly loved the experience. It was great. I remember I texted my wife about 3 fights in. I said, I'm loving this. And I was. And then it's funny, John Gooden, the UK commentator, he made a comment afterwards. He said, Mike, we noticed like 2-3 fights in, we were like, oh my God, Bisping's going all in on the early prelims. He's still got another 13 fights left. You know what I mean? And Alfred! First one, take a shot, guys.
Drink.
And somebody is ringing the doorbell. There's nobody in, sorry. They're probably like, there is somebody in. I just heard you. Go away. I'm doing a podcast. Can't talk right now. And don't ring the doorbell. Where was I? You were saying
they were saying you were a few fights in. You still had the actual broadcast, the main card broadcast.
So next time I will pace myself a little bit, because I must admit 2/3 of the way through, whilst I was loving it, and it's true, it is the best seat in the house. I just hit a wall and my energy just slumped majorly. So, but yeah, first time, absolutely fucking loved it. Shall we get into some of the fights?
Yeah, sure. Let's get into the fights. I think it's pretty cool though. The whole experience is awesome. I'm happy to see you do that. You seem very natural. So congrats, dude. Another Bisping victory under the belt. Let's get into the fights. By the way, you didn't say anything to me about how fucking svelte I probably already look in even just a week of starting my Body Beast program.
I'll be honest. You're looking good, Lewis.
I am, right?
Good. I've been working on my acting skills, taking a lot of classes. Do you believe me? Wow, Lewis, you look incredible.
I do look better already. I'm down already like 10 pounds in a week.
I was just about to say, 10 pounds in a week. Okay, see earlier conversation. The first week, you clean up your diet, you have a major drop, but you will plateau. But what have you done to drop 10 pounds?
Well, I started doing that Body Beast program. I'm 4 days into the program. I did a rest day yesterday.
Stop. If you say Body Beast one more time, see what I'm holding here, Lewis? If you say it one more time.
For the audio listeners, it's a black dildo. He's going to shove it into his asshole if I say Body Beast one more time. So for those, if you guys listen, subscribe to Gas Digital for the video on demand. You get to see Michael Bisping.
Yeah. It's quite literally a body beast.
Yeah,
it's going to beast in your body. I'm going to beast myself.
Yeah, no, look, you were right about that, right? So it's any program. If you do Insanity, P90X, one of these stupid programs, any one of them, it's high intensity, it's high reps, it's an hour long, you're sweating your dick off. As you're eating clean, it's impossible to not get in good shape. It's about what is going to motivate you to kind of keep going. And I'm keyed into this right now. I'm really into getting back in shape right now. So everyone's calling me fat in the comments. I hear you, you fucking pieces of shit. But the difference between me and you is I'll be back in shape in a month. Don't you worry.
Is this because, Lewis, that we formally announced yesterday that we got a big show coming up together in Toronto, the first of many. The first of many. A lot of people said, oh, come here, come there, come here, come there. This is just the first one, testing the waters, all the rest of it in Toronto. Tickets go on sale this Friday. March 10th. Be there or be square if you're in the Toronto area, in the 6 or the T-dot, as I do believe dickheads call it.
Yeah. I love Canada. I love Toronto. We're going to do, I don't know exactly how much we're going to divulge on this show, but it'll be sort of a live podcast, sort of a Q&A. I'm doing a little bit of stand-up as well. There'll be multiple parts to the show. It's going to be a really fun show. And, we don't fuck around. We're just going to go out and do what we do. So, if you guys are in Toronto, please come out to that for this Friday. What's the date Friday? Is that the 10th or the 9th?
7th? 10th. No.
Today's the 4th.
8th. Today's the 5th numbers. Because, it's just whatever. Just pick random numbers. Today's my daughter's birthday, so I know today. 16 years old today.
Happy birthday, Ellie.
Happy birthday, Ellie, indeed. Buying 16-year-old presents is not easy. 16-year-old girls is not easy. But it is her birthday, and tickets are on sale Friday, so check that out. So, Lewis, what do you think you're going to weigh? Let's use that as a benchmark. Okay. March 10th, Toronto. Are you going to be comfortable taking your shirt off on stage and giving us a little flex? Is that what we're saying here?
Not on March 10th.
No. But Body Beast, bro. Body Beast.
It's a month away. Shirt off a month away? No, I need 2 months for shirt off.
Bert Kreischer runs around with his shirt off constantly, and you're in better shape than him.
Yeah, but he's delightfully fat. Like, there's a difference. Like, I'm like a fucking melting candle. Okay, I'm not supposed to be a big jolly fat guy. He's like Santa Claus. It's fun. He takes his shirt off. You're like, oh look, smack his belly. Everyone take a shot. For me, everyone's like, that's disgusting. You have fucking breasts, and you have love handles, and you have stretch marks, and you need to put your fucking shirt on.
Don't want to disrupt the flow of the show, but is everything okay at your end? Because at my end, there's a big delay, but if it's fine at your end, I don't care. But
I don't care a delay, so I apologize if it's coming through a little bit weird on your end.
No. It's just, there's often one at my end. I just wanted to be sure. He's a big fluffy animal, as you say. But Lewis, come on, Body Beast, dude. You're sitting here, you're giving it the big one. You're down 10 pounds in the first week, right? You're making changes. You're giving discipline. You'll be having in your Instagram blog, and if you're one of these, go fuck yourself. It'll be public figure, life coach, comedian, podcast, Body Beast.
Hell yeah. Hashtag Body Beast. Why not? We got to get that guy on the show. I'd love to get him on the show.
Get the Body Beast on the show.
Our problem is I don't know that we're big enough to get Body Beast on the show. We might have to grow a little bit before we can get Soggy Kalev to spend his time.
Is that his name? Soggy Biscuit.
Soggy Biscuit.
Listen,
yeah.
if Soggy Biscuit ever says no to me, I'm gonna crumble him. I'm gonna
fucking break his neck.
That was a terrible attempt at a biscuit joke.
All right, real quick, Mike, let's just talk about Victory Barber, which is such an incredible company. I wish I had hair specifically because of the Victory Barber sponsorship. I see how excited you are about your brand new styling abilities. And I'm going to tell you right now, not in 10 years or so have I not been jealous of somebody with hair, but now I am.
Well, it's not my new styling abilities. My styling abilities have always been there, but now I have the tools to back it up because, a lot of like hair gels or waxes or whatever, they're a pain in the ass. You can't manipulate them in your hands to make your hair look the way you want to look. But now that is a thing of the past because Victory Barber truly is a classic grooming product line created for men by internationally renowned barber Matty Conrad. And I'm in all seriousness, this stuff is fantastic. Very, very good. Easy to use. Victory Barber brand has created a compact and comprehensive styling range for any man to create versatile styling regardless of his hair type. Let me tell you about some of the products. Claymore is a beeswax based super clay that never finishes oily and creates aggressive textures in the hair. Works incredibly well in both thick, fine hair. Smells like clean laundry, Lewis. Super Dry helps you create that effortlessly disheveled, dry looking hair that will make James Dean jealous. I mean, take a look at me. Come on, I would make James Dean jealous. Its remarkable oil-free formula creates weightless texture in your hair, making it perfect for grooming fine hair into place without making it look thinner. Its woodsy scent is both fresh, smelling, and intoxicating. All products made in the USA. All formulas are cruelty and paraben free. And of course, we have a fantastic bargain for you. Go to victorybarber.com, victorybarber, BARBER.com. Use the promo code BYM15 for 15% off. Listen, if you've got hair, you want to style it, you want to look good, and you want good products, victorybarber.com. You will love this. You will not be disappointed. And remember, BYM15 for 50% off.